in the game who would have played that pot on the green.
It's a phenomenal pot.
They are young men destined to great heights in the world of snooker.
You read my what? What a load of rubbish. What a load of bill.
Oh, would you believe that? And that really must hurt this young man.
A few heart stoppers for the clearances were built. A few heart stoppers. Mine, not yours, my son.
Stephen Hendry pots the black for the first time. The highest break of the tournament.
Magnificent display of potting to pick up the Scottish title.
The audience gives a standing ovation to this 18-year-old Scotsman who becomes the Winfield Master 1986.
You do the business now, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the pride of Scotland, Stephen Hendry.
Well, how lucky snooker is to have turned up with another talent like this. He's going to set the game alight, this young man.
We just coming up to his 12th birthday. It was Christmas time, and I was in a shop in the town and I saw a snooker table, and I thought, because I liked snooker, that I would buy him when it was just a small 6x3. And from there, it was amazing.
I just thought that anyone could do it because, I'd never seen anyone else playing the game. I hadn't even seen it on television. So I just took it that it was an easy game and suppose anyone could play it.
His father took him up to a full-size table in a club to see what he was like because he wouldn't leave the snooker table alone. And he took him up and he really played well. And Gordon came back and he said, he's a world champion. He's going to win the world. And from that moment on, that's what the whole house moved around Stephen and his snooker.
Coming to the table is the little giant of snooker, looking even younger than his 14 years. Still going to school,
I was very nervous before I went on, but it made me play better. I got on the table and I was potting balls because I was concentrating so much on trying to play well and trying to make a good impression.
Oh, this is absolutely amazing, Fred, there. For somebody...
Going back to the very first night and seeing Stephen, I knew that I'd seen something very, very special. Obviously I'd watched White, Davis, Higgins, but Stephen was something very, very special. Absolutely magic.
And another beauty.
It was like, probably, if you're into ballet, going to ballet and watching Nureyev. He was just absolutely magnificent round the table.
Ian Doyle, who I knew was an admirer of Stephen, he had watched Stephen winning in a couple of tournaments, mainly the amateur tournaments. He approached me, and although I didn't sign right away after about 9 months, I knew that Stephen needed the financial help. He had to be in the best hotels and he had to be mixing with the players, so I decided to sign up with him.
Stephen, look at me now. Would you just your eyes? That's it. Excellent, excellent. One. Ian, can you just give me a gentle smile?
Smile?
Yeah. How about you change the position of your hands, perhaps? No. I like that idea. That's good. That's good. Exactly. That's lovely. Yeah.
Businessman or a fan? I think I'm both. I don't think even today the thrill you get just watching him in a match, the highs when you win, the lows when you lose, it's something special.
55.
I think to be involved with somebody with the talent that he had, subject to him going down the right roads, being directed down the right roads, success was there. There was no ifs, buts or maybes. He just had to succeed.
A magnificent display of potting by Stephen Hendry to pick up the Scottish title and the trophy.
70. Well, a magnificent performance then by 17-year-old Stephen Hendry, put there by his father, and he overcomes Matt Gibson of Glasgow at 10 frames to 5.
He has a natural temperament, which is his greatest asset. His temperament is absolutely perfect. Naturally, as a young man, he's got a very, very keen eye. He pots everything in sight at the moment. I think maturity will alter his game slightly. He will learn to be more cautious on certain occasions, which will win him more matches. But there's just a natural ability. It's just some charisma that young Stephen has. I was very pleased to be on the end of the microphone when he won the Scottish professional title a couple of years ago. I hope I'm on the microphone when he becomes world champion, but it's my guess he'll be a millionaire before he becomes world champion.
Stephen Hendry, Alex Higgins has returned to the snooker circuit recently. Do you think that's a good thing for the sport?
I think it is, yeah, because Alex is such a great draw for the game, perhaps.
The great thing is that he now understands that I'm not suggesting things or asking him to do things that are anything else but benefiting his career.
He's such an exciting player. It's tremendous.
Well, I thought you gave all the right responses there, Stephen. Perhaps there was a little too much body movement when you were answering. It's not an easy thing to do, and I think it's one of the
harder than playing.
Yes, you need a lot of practice.
Do you remember what it
Man's
looked like?
a genius.
Do you remember what it looked like, actually, when we started? No?
I'd rather not.
Yeah. Doesn't look much like you now, does it?
Horrid. Looks disastrous.
Yeah. I'm actually very, very pleased with the end result.
Yeah.
Give us a
So am I.
When is this for? When are you wanting it for?
Yesterday.
As usual.
You're making the back of these longer and longer every time, Robert.
Well, you need to, when you go over the table, it goes away up your back. It starts showing shirt.
I know, but it doesn't look good, does it?
It looks good when it's on the telly, it doesn't matter.
He understands these things are important.
You make it easy, don't you?
And as a result of that, it makes the relationship very, very much easier than, say, it was last year or even 2 years ago. Because he's now understanding these things. These things have got to be done professionally.
In a bit tighter, that's it. That's lovely. That's it, nice smiles. Thanks, Stephen. That's lovely.
Quite a waiting one now, isn't it? Fairly heavy.
Well, that's a heavy cue. We do them in light, medium and heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The range of cues.
In terms of total earnings, it's very difficult to say just exactly what the final figure would be. But I think during the course of this year, particularly with his progress in the rankings and his tournament winnings, I think we've probably got to look at a figure of somewhere around 600,000.
But as long as they look like Stephen Hendry and buy the cues.
If there's any other players like Stephen Hendry, let us know about them.
Sure about that? It goes very well, because Ian knows that he can trust me playing the snooker, and I know that I can trust him doing the business. Obviously, I have ups and downs all the time. We'll have our little arguments about things, but more or less in the end, we always come out friends.
I think the most important thing at this particular phase of his career is to ensure that the commercial side doesn't take over from the playing side.
It's a good shot. Pull-off victory here against the Scottish champion and the Scottish hope for a Scottish master. He brilliantly took the first two frames, potted out of his way, and then things went wrong.
Brilliant performance then by Joe Johnson, who takes victory over Scotland's Stephen Hendry at 5 frames to 2.
And I mean, I couldn't believe that last frame, that yellow. I mean, what possessed you? I couldn't believe it. You did my brains. But you can improve your cue ball control, you can improve everything by practice, but most of all you can improve the concentration. I don't think you can just make excuses in terms of the amount of work.
I made excuses for work.
Well, what are you saying?
No, I'm saying it was a different situation then than it was now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not making excuses for the amount of work I'm doing.
Of course,
for getting beat.
Of course it's a different situation. Absolutely. And the amount of practice time really is down to you. And you must learn. You don't go on practice tables at tournaments with players. Now seriously, you've got to stay away from them. Most of the top players know how good you are. Let them worry till match day. Let them sweat it out. You don't want to be building up their confidence. It's your confidence we're building up, not theirs.
It's okay if you know you've played bad and the other player's played well to beat you and he deserves to win. There's nothing you can do about it. But when it's your own stupidity, it's very frustrating. I remember the time in the World Championship against Joe Johnson where I had the chance of for an easy black to make it 7-7, but I missed it and he potted it to make it 8-6. I went in the dressing room, Tommy was waiting for me. I threw my cue across the room. It was lucky he caught it. Kicked the door with my foot and I thought I broke my toe because for the next 4 frames I was limping. But it got rid of some of that anger and I went out and I managed to play well because I ended up only 1 frame behind on it the next day. So I think it must have helped me a bit to get rid of some of the anger.
6 quid ahead of me.
Oh, good Jim.
3.5 quid ahead.
It's nice to get home when you're staying in hotels for maybe 2 or 3 weeks on end. To get home and just relax is tremendous.
This looks promising.
Because you're stuck in a room for 3 weeks and it gets very dull and you don't know what to do with yourself.
Another number.
Oh, good vibes for this hand.
Oh, please. I had an ace flush from my last hand, by the way. Ace flush, the last hand, no win. That's my ace flush.
There was a time when he came home and it was, we were just another hotel. But we soon sorted that out.
I'm half an hour behind everyone else.
Check going green. 3, 4, 5. 5, 6.
He's matured a lot. The past year, since last season, I think has been difficult for him in terms of growing up, accepting responsibility for himself. But he's natural.
There's a woman walking her dog.
Don't make me look at other things. My finger will be gone.
There's a car going past.
He's very good at home. He just slips right back into family life. He loves his family. Gets on well with them all. He takes his turn at dishes and keeping his room tidy. Isn't so good nowadays. He's not so good at that as he used to be.
Stan Laurel's barber.
If you want any more haircuts in future, you'll have to contract my agent. He's in a career where there's big money, there's fame, you're meeting all sorts of people, you're in that sort of league. And yes, I worry about it because money can corrupt, and so can fame. And he is young. Although he copes with it very well and he's well protected, the people round about him. It would be easy just to let things go. And so I do worry from that point of view. But he seems to be handling it very, very well. And I couldn't have done that at his age.
Jimmy Chambers up against the Scottish sensation, young Stephen Hendry. Taking no chances. And I think now that Jimmy sees the exit door, and Stephen Hendry, I think, has not shown us his best in this match. potting the last few balls for an easy victory to put himself into the last 16 is congratulated by Jimmy.
Tomorrow, he works in his own. No picking balls out. He works totally in his own. Okay. I thought we'd emptied his bladder. Just wait till he comes out and I'll get into the toilet and empty out. My boy. John, what can I say to him?
You just signed 10% over the...
Well, I mean, we have a ranking point, and I believe the board are meeting. They're thinking of deducting him too.
What for?
Pardon? I hope you filled every bottle in there, my son. Every one.
Run a Rolls Royce.
Well, what can I say? We can go back, we can have a quiet meal, an enjoyable meal. We've stolen the ranking point. Who do we play now?
Jim White or Steve Davis.
Golden balls. You believe it. Now, tomorrow, the videos. The Rocky Horror Show.
I'm not watching videos all day.
No, but you'll watch. I've watched it a million times. You're just going to watch 7 horrible frames.
I'm not watching 7 frames. Snooker. I watch it from
Who said it was snooker? I beg your pardon?
Well, whatever you want to call it.
Stephen Hendry disgusted with himself.
From there he knocked in a 76.
No, I think you're wrong.
No, I'm telling you, he knocked in a 76. But anyway, it doesn't matter what he knocked in at the end of the day. Look at the way the balls are separating. Easy for him. Absolutely easy. Right, did you have any
There's not
options
really
there?
much else I can do.
There must be.
There isn't. I wouldn't have played it like that if there was.
Let's have a look at it again. Now wait till you hear Dennis. I think there's got to be that tension there, because you see, the thing is that as a teenager, I mean, I treat basically Stephen like a son. Well, how about this one?
What one?
The one to the right. Now, if I'm treating him like a son, then it's very difficult for everything to be lovey-dovey. In fact, it makes it impossible. I've got to kick him when I feel he needs kicked. He naturally is going to rebel about certain things.
Right, tell me what I should do.
Okay, fine. You tell me, what are the potable reds there? How about the 2 round the blacks? Would they go?
No.
So you've got 1 potable red at the back end of the pack, right?
If I catch the pack thin, it's a perfect safety. All I've done is cut it too thick and hit the
So
red.
you're saying you hit it too
That's
thick?
what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, right, let's go on to the next round.
I can't do anything against it. I see again I'm snooker behind the green for everything else. It's a shot to nothing, really. See, the white's coming back, but I've missed it by so much that the red's come back as well. But if the red doesn't come back, look what the white is.
Yeah, I accept that one.
And thanks very much.
I accept it. I accept
Very
it.
good of you.
She gratefully accepts.
Police van coming to get Davis.
I don't think there has ever been, not in my lifetime, and that stretches back quite a bit, there hasn't ever been a champion who has won the title on ability alone. You know, it's like having a stallion, a wild stallion. You put him in with some thoroughbreds and he'd never win the race. But if you put a good saddle and a jockey on him, then he will use his energies correctly, and then he'll win, because he's a tremendous talent. With regard to Henry, sure, he's a great talent, and he just has to be taught a few minor points which will take the adventure from his game a little. You know, Steve is his bogeyman at the moment, and Steve is aware of that, so he keeps him down.
It's not so much my bogeyman, it's just he's destroyed me really every time I've played him. And he's just played brilliant. Although I've played the wrong game. I've went out and I've not gave him the respect that he deserves. So I suppose he is my bogeyman in a way. You just can't wait to get out there. Even when you're sitting down, when your adrenaline's pumping, you can't really wait to get to the table, and you want to make big breaks, and it's a bit frustrating where you get to the table and you're all ready to win the frame and all you can do is play a safety shot. Then you've got to wait. You just got to be patient. And I think it comes with experience, being able to wait your turn.
Let's stop the safety.
You've been powering you down and going back to the ball.
I don't think it matters who's going to get in first tonight, really. I think they're both playing well.
Oh, yeah.
This is one match of the strike. The other one finishes for tomorrow.